Hi Vogue Dragons, I am back. I'm going to start my first October reading vlog. This first reading vlog was going to be a bit chaotic, I'll be honest. I'm off today because it's Thursday. It's October 2nd. I have not picked a book for October yet. And I'm due 2 readathons. I'm doing TBR Harvest from Leandra from TBR Zero, which is this board. And then I'm also doing Fabelin from Margaret, the Word Nerd. So I am currently listening to an audiobook that I have like an hour left in. It's the Big Bang Theory audiobook, which is like basically a accumulation of their history. I will attach a photo of that here. That is not going to count for anything, to be very honest. It's just I'm finishing it because I was finishing listening to it yesterday. I should have run out of time. But I do need a physical book. So I watched Margaret's first video for Act 1. And for Act 1, we need to look at my photo so I could be right. So we either have to control a crowd, read a book with three points of view. I don't think my character would do that. Attack a red cap, read a book with a metal object on the cover. Or go after the imps, read a book with a mostly red cover. That is what I think I'm going to do. So I have a couple of options, which I'm literally looking at them as I speak. So I'm going to roll to see where we go. I would like to do this board game twice. One time I want to catch all the cats, and one time I want to catch all the ghosts. So I think we're going to do the ghosties first, because I think the ghosts are cute. But I want to see like where I would wind up. So yeah, and there is no start or stop, so that's cool. I can start kind of wherever I want. Okay, so hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I went back a bit, but I am going to do, I started actually over here on Non-Human Character. So I'm going to do a 5-star prediction because it has a little ghosty attached and it's on my TBR. Well, all these books are on my TBR. So which one of these is a 5-star prediction? Okay, so here are the books I was thinking of doing. So I have Red as Royal Blood by Elizabeth Hart. This is one that my friend Kelly sent me. So this one's an option. It is short. I also have Scarlet Morning. This is not really red. The back cover is red. So maybe this one wouldn't count, to be very honest. Arcane Experience also is not 50% red. I just put them on the shelf because they look like they were red. And then I also have A Ravenous Fate, which I think is definitely red. Very, 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 very red. I also have Murder at the Wham Bam Club, which I picked up at ALA. And then I also have Red City by Marie Lu. So I think I'm very tempted by Red City by Marie Lu because it just came out. And I have read this author before. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to read Red City by Marie Lu. And I think I'm going to pick this one up for my 5-star reproduction because I have read Marie Lu in the past. I read her YA books and have really, really liked them. And this book just came out. And if I do decide that I do like it, I may look into getting a special edition of it. So I think I'm going to start this. It is 400 pages, but I do have off today. I do have a weekend off. But I have a busy weekend, but I do have enough time today, I think, to devote to this. And then also I am listening to my audiobook. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to pick up Red City, see how far I could get. And yeah, I'm just going to take today and I'm going to rest because next week's going to be busy. You'll probably get this vlog until now, maybe until Wednesday of next week. Just depends on how long the vlog is. But we'll see. I'm definitely going to, I'm going to try to vlog at Comic-Con too. So yeah, I am going to go start this. I'm going to go read about 25% of this, whatever that is, probably like 100 pages in. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you guys an update. If I feel like I need to DNF or I need to like switch my format, I will come back and we will chat about it. But I do hope I like this. I've heard really, really good things. This is also signed to me. And yeah, so I want to read this. I'm going to go read this. I'm going to go read about 25% and then I'll come back and I'll give you guys an update. I do need to work out today at some point because I haven't worked out. This has just been such a busy week and I'm going to listen to my audiobook when I do that. So whenever if I finish that audiobook, we'll come back and we're gonna roll another one just so I could have an audiobook. But that one I am really liking. It's just not gonna count for any of my reading challenges in September. Alright, that's enough chit chatting. I'm gonna go reading. I'll come back when I have an update. Bye friends. Hey chickens, I did wind up finishing the Big Bang Theory audiobook, which I loved. That book is so fun. I think it was very interesting, kind of diving back into that story, seeing all it. I am so tempted for a Big Bang rewatch, but I think I'm going to pick up this book, The Murder at the Wham Bam Club by Carolyn Marie Watkins. It is a cozy murder mystery, and I have the audio. It's also super short, so I always say Friday is like my worst day for listening thing because I only really have like one period off. But I am going to try to listen to this. I also am still diamond painting, so I want to go start Red City because I haven't started this, but this will be my next book. So basically, if I can, I'm going to find an audiobook and a physical book for each prompt, but it may not work. But this is a Prohibition-era speakeasy reigns supreme at the height of the Roaring 20s. A young psychic in a small Illinois town helps the Black community fight crime and corruption in this thrilling historical mystery by a real-life psychic medium and jazz pins for fans of Lewis Canary Club or The Mayor of Maxwell Street by Avery Cunningham. And it is super short, so I hope to finish this. I also have a lot of errands I'm running this weekend, like running. I'm going to town, I have to go to yoga, I have to go to the library, I have to go to a street fair. And next week will be busy the second half of the week, but I hope to finish this like this weekend, but I just don't know if I'm going to start it today. So yeah, I'm gonna go start that. I'm gonna make some progress on Sullivan's Crossing today. And the next little ghosty prompt is treat yourself. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna treat myself to an after work snack before I head home. Yeah, so that's the plan. I'm gonna go start Red City. I'm going to get out I'm gonna go read part 1 and then we'll check in with you guys and see what I'm feeling. Alright, bye bye friends. Hi Food Dragons. I didn't want to giving updates for like a few days because I didn't make a ton of progress, and I always say that Thursday was just a weird day because I finished my books and then I was reading slow. This book I'm reading so slow, but I am really liking it. And then Friday was just like a busy day at work and things keep changing at work, so that's a little bit frustrating and a little bit aggravating, but nature of the life. So I did wind up I wound up finishing part 1. Also I have been listening to Taylor Swift's Life of a Showgirl and I'm really enjoying it. Which, according to TikTok, that's a very unpopular opinion, but I like popular things that, like Taylor Swift I think is super popular. Like, Fourth Wing I think is very popular. I like the unpopular thing in the popular thing. So, like, I really liked Onyx Storm. No one liked that book. I really am liking Life of a Showgirl. No one's really liking it. So, I always like the popular thing, but I always like take an opposite opinion to the popular thing that everyone else feels. So I'm really liking it. I think right now my favorite song is I'm probably saying it wrong, Opalette, and I also like really like Ruin the Friendship. I've listened to those like 6 songs like on repeat, and then I haven't got to the end of the album yet, but yeah. So I did wind up getting up, so that's really what my listening has been. I am reading this, but I'm really only like 5 chapters in, and something happened in my audiobook. So like I was reading it and then it got put to the end. So I'm only like maybe like 5 chapters in. You follow a main character named Nola Ann. She is a clairvoyant, or she kind of has telekinetic powers, and they're doing the first ever combined for Black and Whites, a seance, and things kind of go from there. And I read that part already, so I don't really know like how far I am, but that part I have listened to yet, but I don't know when I'm going to get around to listening to that. And then I wound up reading to the first 138 pages of Red City. I am liking this. I have liked Mary Lou before. So this whole first part, we follow these 2 characters. We follow Sam and Ari, and they are on opposite sides of a alchemical war. They have alchemical powers, but they're in different syndicates, but they have gone to school together, and they've basically been recruited by these opposite alchemies. And I think that like we follow them in high school and like college and in that situation, and now we're gonna go to part 2 where I think they're adults. So I'm very intrigued. Like I am liking this. It's very digestible, and it gives me Mafia vibes, but also like The Magician's vibes because there is magic. It also does give me like Fonda Lee, like Red City vibes. So I am enjoying it. I'm just reading it super slow. So that is another reason, because I have been a little bit distracted. And I'm going into Comic-Con this week, so I probably shouldn't have choose such a massive book, but I am liking it. So she is going to be at Comic-Con. So my thought was if I really did like this and I wanted to get a hardback copy, she's going to be there signing. So that was my thought. I also did go to the library. Was it yesterday? I think I went to the library. I picked up a Harvest of Hearts by Andrea Ames, which is a book that Brittany from Brittany Loves Reading recommended, and I got my treat. I treated myself a little bit. I got myself my cherry coke that I really like, so that was my treat yourself for that spot. So yeah, I'm still reading this. I'm gonna try to get up to page 198, and I can give you like another update tonight, but I don't know when I'm gonna finish this. So I also am watching Sullivan's Crossing. And yeah, so that's where we are. I also did figure out what I'm cosplaying at for school, which is different from the cosplay I've done in the past. I have my cosplay set up for Comic-Con, which I'm super excited about. So yeah, when I read a little bit more of this, I will give you guys an update. So yeah. We're going to watch Sullivan Crossing. I'm going to go read a little bit more of this. Hope to make a significant amount of progress. I would like by tomorrow to be up to page 300. We will see. So yeah, I'll come back when I have an update. I really need to sit down and read this book. That's the problem. All right, I'm back. Bye. I have a prince. Hi, Victorians. I'm back. It is Sunday. I did not get a lot of listening done. I'm still attempting to listen to this book, but I'll be real honest. I fell down a Taylor Swift rabbit hole, and I am listening to Life as a Showgirl on repeat. This has been, and like, I like Taylor Swift. Like, I really do like her music, but I've never had an album that, like, there are no skips. That's this for me. It's fun. It's just a fun listen, and I'm really, really liking it. I like all the songs. The discourse is hysterical. Like, the discourse is funny because people are taking this album so seriously, and they're kind of coming at it from, like, weird point of views, and I'm just having a fun time with it. I think the funniest thing I'm seeing is people like, I hate Taylor Swift now. I'm like, good, hate her. Don't try to get tickets to her next concert so I could go. I really like all the songs. Like, I think every song has a purpose, and I think that is kind of Taylor's goal. And I just like think she's in a different phase of her life. And as you grow older, like, you're gonna write songs about different things. That is a lot of reason why artists stop writing music, to be honest. And I don't want her to stop writing. I think she's a great writer, and I just want her to like write what she likes and write what's her life, and I hope people will go along for it. But I really, really hope I can get tickets to her next concert. The Eras Tour I did not get to go. I was not a big Taylor Swift fan until Tortured Poets Department. That's when I kind of got invoked into it. But I honestly might just spend the week listening to Taylor Swift and having my best life. But that has deeply affected my reading. So I am about 200 pages into Red City, and I am really, really liking this. Like, I really like this. So the first part basically followed Ari and Sam, and they are two people on opposite sides of a war, but they don't know this yet. They met at school. They both got, picked up by these rival syndicates, and now we meet a couple years in the future, and they are on opposite sides, and they have to meet. And there's a political battle. There's like a gang war kind of surfacing, and I'm loving it. Like, I really do like these characters. We're also getting random point of views. We got like a unique point of view from one of the characters, like a side character that I really did like. I have loved Mary Lou's writing. The series that I have read by her, I have really enjoyed. This is so refreshing, and I really am liking it. I actually get to meet her if I want. This was signed. So, to me, because I got it a day late. But if I really like this book, I may get like a finished copy on Sunday. Because I'm having a fabulous time with it. So I'm going to go read a little bit more. I am still supposed to be listening to this. Tomorrow I may just listen to this at work, and when I'm commuting I may listen to Life of a Showgirl because I'm having a fun time, and I feel like no one likes this, which is so my brand. I always say, when something is deeply popular, I have an unpopular opinion about it. Like, I will like Life of a Showgirl, no one likes Life of a Showgirl. I will like Onyx Storm, and no one likes Onyx Storm. Fourth Wing, very, very popular. I have the unpopular opinion, which I always like. So, yeah, I'm gonna go watch a show of Sullivan's Crossing. I'm gonna try to get up to part 3 tonight so I can give you guys an update, but that is the plan. So, sorry it hasn't been a big, like, reading weekend. Listening, I probably literally could have finished this, but I just wanted to listen to Taylor Swift, so I'm in my best life right now. So yeah, I'm gonna go read a little bit, and I will update you guys when I get to part 3. whether that's today or tomorrow. Pray for me it's today because I only have 3 full days before this book has to be done. I have to finish this before Wednesday. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hi Big Dragons, I'm back. I didn't update yesterday. Monday I think is going to be a rather stressful day just because it has a lot of like meetings and stuff, and just like we got a new schedule yesterday. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you all. It's a lot. I get a little bit overwhelmed when nothing is planned and nothing is scheduled, and that is just the nature of being a teacher in my building this year. It's not awful, but like there's just a lot of stuff that just is not planned, and I think it causes a lot of confusion. So I am very excited that tomorrow will be not like my last day, but like a day off for a little bit. And hopefully it gives time for like the dust to settle a little bit, and I won't be there. So maybe they'll solve some problems without me. Who really knows? But I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this. I am on page 263 of Red City, and I'm loving this book. Like I really am enjoying it. I just don't know if this is the book I should be reading now. And that's sort of how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like I really need to like pick something that I'm going to kind of like speed through. And this is not it. I feel like I need to put this book down and pick up another book that like on my Kindle that maybe has like red pages, because I am just not speeding through this, and I really want to take my time with this, and I don't want to rush. So I think that that's what I'm going to do. I am so far behind on legs. I haven't even done anything for day 1 yet. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go look on my Kindle. I am still listening to this, but it's obviously not fast enough for me to like finish it. I have just been listening to a lot of Taylor Swift and podcasts. I'm trying to catch up. And at work, it's just been very, very stressful to like listen to something as well, because I've been focusing on so many things. I'm finally grading now and like kind of lesson planning. So maybe by tomorrow I can do a little bit, but I think what I'm going to do is, as much as I don't want to do this, I am going to put this book down because I'm not going to be able to bring this. I'm not going to read this online for like ALA. It's just not going to happen. Maybe I'm going to try to get up to page like part. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to finish, get up to part 3 in this book, and then I'm going to kind of choose another book. And I'm going to come back, we're going to chat. But I need to like put this book down because it's just not, as much as I love it, I need to devote my full attention to it. And I think I need, it's probably going to be a 4.5, 5-star read, but I feel like it's not the book to read at the moment. So I'm going to go read the end of part 3. I'm going to look on my Kindle. I'm going to find a red Kindle book that I could pick up, and we are going to chat. Probably tonight if I could find one before I go to bed. Alright, bye big friends. Hi big friends, I am back from my Comic-Con adventures, and I did want to do a bit of a haul. I did wind up getting my Fabelin shirt, and when I eventually, only thing I got was this t-shirt, and I put it on because I'm cold. But I did get a couple of my special, like my book boxes in, so I wanted to kind of talk through that. And then I wanted to kind of chat through what I was reading during my Comic-Con adventures, and then what I'm going to plan to read now. So I got What Fury Brings by Trisha Levasseur, my Owl Crate Romantasy, which I haven't read yet. I literally just, it's in the package. And then I got Never Ever After by Sue Lynn Tam. Oh my god, stunning. I really want to read this, purely for the prettiness. And then I also did get Alchemized by Sen Lin Yu. Yeah. I do not know when I'm going to get around to reading this, but I do want to read it. It's just not on my immediate TBR because it is so chunky, and the fan fiction of it all right now, so I don't know when I'm going to read it or if I'm going to read it, but I do have it. So yeah, and then I didn't really read a ton like I listened to a lot, so I have like about an hour left in my book for Murder at the Wham Bam Club by Caroline Marie Wilkins. I will finish this tomorrow for sure because it is one of the days that I have more like listening time. I am enjoying it. It's just not like super memorable. I'm probably gonna give it like 3.5 stars. And then I started listening to The Scottish Detective Agency. It was an ebook on KU that I started listening to, and then a prompt came up for the Fabelin readathon that I'm doing, and I had to switch it. But for a book with a red cover, which was my day 1 prompt, I did wind up reading and listening to Hot for Slayer. I'll attach a photo of that here. It is an amnesia romance between a slayer and a vampire, and I found it super cute. It was a very, very quick listen, and then I had to move on to a book that was free, so I was picking something on my Kindle purely because I had my Kindle with me. and I was trying to find a book for that, but I don't really know what I was listening to. I was listening to The Faraway Inn by Sarah Beth Durst. I will attach a photo of that here. And that was a book I was really liking as I was kind of running around Comic-Con, but I didn't really finish anything. And now that I'm home, I think I want to kind of reassess where I am. I think I may just pick one of my graphic novels that I got and finish that today so I can kind of catch up. So my plan is to go do all my editing. I have to like do my Instagram photos and take all that stuff and make sure that stuff's all organized. And then I have to like pick something to read. So once I kind of have picked something to read for day 2, and I have kind of reassessed all my prompts, I will come back and we will chat. So yeah, let me go do all that. I'll come back and we'll chat about what I'm gonna physically read, because this audiobook isn't, but it's a horrible weather day, so I doubt I'm gonna actually go out and like go adventure. But that is the plan for when I do listen to audiobooks tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys soon when I have a reading update for you. Bye friends. Hi Big Dragons. So I did wind up looking at the prompts again, and I had a couple of options, but I did just get back from Comic-Con, as I said. So I think I'm going to pick up a graphic novel that I got for free. It's called Snowlands, A Blood Moon. It's coming out in February 2026. It is not actually colored in, but that's okay. I want to read it, and I'm going to read this. It's not that long. And then I feel like I'll be caught up, and we can kind of chat about the next prompt, because I really haven't been reading anything. And then tomorrow, I will see if this will count for the next prompt. I haven't actually looked, or one of them, so I could get a little bit of ahead, because I only have an hour left in this. But it's very, very cold, and I probably won't go for a bike ride. So yeah, my plan is to go finish this. I'm watching a YouTube video just to kind of get my brain a little bit of a break. And then I'm going to go back to watching Intelligence Crossing. I'm also resting today, which is important because the weekend was a bit chaotic and a bit busy. So I need time to just like kind of like decompress. So yeah, but that's the plan. I'm going to go finish this. I'm going to go read this. And then when I come back, I'll have thoughts for you. And then we'll move on to day 3 in Fabelin. Bye, book friends. Big Dragons, I am back. I will say I am probably gonna finish this tomorrow. So this was my book for day 2. I read a book that I got for free. I did like this book. I think I'm very excited to like go back and reread it with all of the pretty illustrations, because I was definitely more invested in the story with like the full illustrations, and that normally happens with graphic novels for me. I also struggle sometimes to read graphic novels in print. I definitely like the panel version, but this is a very, very cute story. It is great for winter. You have a lot of animals. I think it's great for kids getting out of picture books and kind of transitioning into that. I also, for some reason, it gave me Lion King vibes. Basically, you had a main character named Phoebe, who's an orphan wolf cub, just kind of staying with this thing, with this other group of animals, and they believe she's a curse because the animals have stopped coming. She kind of runs away, and that is where we are with the story. But I gave it 4 stars. I'm really, really fond of it. So tomorrow, day 2 is one of the prompts is you just read a book on your TBR shelf, which I am going to try to finish Murder at the Wham Bam Club, because it's just been on my TBR since the summer when I got it. I have like an hour left of the audiobook. I will definitely finish this. And I am going to start reading Late Nine Witches by Arlie Wallace. This was actually the last book I picked up at Comic-Con, so I want to read this one and see if I like it. And it is a cozy romantasy, or a cozy mystery, like with a dash of romance. And it's just the perfect vibes. I literally just got it, so I would love to pluck this off my TBR cart. So yeah, that's what we are going to do. I'm going to go try to read a little bit tonight. I also am reading Red City, but I feel like that needs to be like a weekend read when I can really, really focus on it. So yeah, I'm going to go read maybe like 50 pages of this and then give you guys an update. If I can't do that tonight, I'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to go start this. It says, a warm and funny novel about family, love, lost and found, discovering who you are and how difficult it is to slay a vampire. So, and I have started reading her cozy mystery series and just never got back around to it. But yeah, all right, I'm going to go read about 50 pages and I hope to give you guys an update. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, friends. Hi, Book Dragons. I am back. I did want to say that I did want to finishing this book, The Murder at the Wham Bam Club by Caroline Marie Wilkins. And I really like this book. I'll probably give this book like 3.75 stars. It was a fun time. It was a fun cozy with kind of like a supernatural element. And then I picked up Roll for Love by Lenora Williams. I will attach a photo of that book here. I didn't get a ton of reading done, I'm going to be real honest. So I did just want to say that I didn't get a ton of reading done. But I am liking that. And then I read about 30 pages of Late Night Witches, and I don't really know like what the theme is yet. I'm still working on that. But I'm like having a fun time. It's a fun like witchy read and I'm enjoying it, and I kind of need something a little bit like less complicated. So that is going to be what I am doing. I'm going to keep reading this. I'm going to try to get up to page 100 and I'll give you guys an update tomorrow. We are back into lesson plan prep. I've been doing the same lesson for like 2 weeks. So it's time to kind of like assess and like move on, but I need to like build the next lesson, which I haven't done yet. So that's going to be the plan for tomorrow. And then they changed our schedule again. So I have to do a bunch of prep work for another thing I'm teaching, which I didn't really plan for. So a lot of prep, but I'm going to try to build some lesson plans tomorrow, so I maybe will listen to music, but I do have an audiobook to listen to. So yeah, that is where we are. And I hope tomorrow I have read a little bit more, but I haven't read. I only read 35 pages of this, so my goal is to get to page 100 when I talk to you guys tomorrow. And hopefully when I get up to grading, I can listen to a lot of my stuff, because when I grade, it's just easy because it's like the same thing I'm grading like 55 times. But when I build lesson plans, I find it's harder to listen to music. So yeah, I'm probably not going to watch anything on TV until this weekend because my brain's a little bit fried from going to Comic-Con and then coming back from Comic-Con and doing all those things. So I'll be back tomorrow when I have an update for you, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, friends. Hi, Big Dragon. I am back. Now I have the hiccups. I had to do some work stuff after work, which is getting better. I'm getting better at not doing that, but some days you just have to work. So I do a bit of housekeeping and errands, but I did wind up getting up to, I don't have a physical book of Roll for Love, but it's very, very cute. It's like light fantastical. Basically, you follow this character and she winds up losing her job. You find out why she lost her job, like, but she winds up moving to Texas to be with her best friend, and her best friend is a big D&D gamer. And she's in a bit of a funk, so he asked her to join her D&D campaign, and things go from there. So you get the modern day story, but you also get the story of their campaign. And I'm having a fun time with it. Like, it's a really, really easy listen, and it's just like very, very lighthearted, but it does have some darker themes. Not darker themes, but harder topics. So I am liking that. And the end of the month week is always a little bit chaotic with listening because I don't have a lot of periods off. I'm very much front loaded, and the next couple of weeks we're not going to actually be here on Mondays, and that's when I have the most periods off. But I also do need to do a lot of lesson planning, and that's been taking up my time. Doing a lot of lesson planning, doing a lot of handouts, doing all that stuff. So, but I did wind up getting up to page 110 in Late Night Witches by Orly Wallace, and I'm really enjoying this book. It's very, very light, cozy fantasy, or light, cozy paranormal, but you have a main character named Cassie, and her world is kind of turned upside. She's kind of realizing that her world is not what she thought it was, and she is on the hunt for some vampires, and vampires kind of invade her small little town. And it's definitely like a friendship dynamic. She's in a very, very like not a bad marriage, but her dad, her partner, her husband, is doing Doctor Without Borders, and she kind of has to team up with her younger sister and her aunt, who she doesn't really get along with, to figure out how to end these vampires. And you get some interesting things about her heritage. There's also the other character in the story that makes me believe it might be a romance is a librarian, and he has a sister. It's like he's watching a baby that is his sister's, and it's just very, very fun. Like, I'm really enjoying it. I want to keep reading it, but I've just been a little bit distracted. So my goal is to kind of keep reading this. That's my goal, and get up to page 150 tonight. But it's very, very light. It's very, very cozy. We have some paranormal elements that I'm liking. We just found a little bit about Cassie and her sister's heritage. So yeah, I'm going to go keep reading, and I'll give you guys an update. Tomorrow is Friday, so I hope to kind of just relax this weekend and kind of like get back on. I always get like a little bit anxious after Comic-Con because I feel like I'm a little bit behind, and that's sort of how I am feeling. I might do a video where I kind of chat through my favorite books that I got from New York City Comic-Con. Maybe I'll film that tomorrow. And then we do have off on Monday as well. So, alright. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, bye, friends. Hi, Big Dragons. I am back. According to my Aura ring, I am a little bit under the weather. And post Comic-Con week, I just get super tired and exhausted. But I did want to say that I did wind up making a bit of reading up progress. I think I'm going to end this vlog now because it's been happening for a little bit, and I think I need to like kind of restart a vlog. But I did get some bookish mail. I did get my my physical copy of The Princess Knight by Kate Jacobs. This is probably going to be my dad's copy, and I'm probably going to get it signed for him when I go meet her in a couple of weeks or like a month or two, because this will be his copy that he wants. And then irony of irony, I got a special edition copy of The Deathless One by Emma Hamm, which I just literally just bought. Ow, Cass. Oh, she hurt my foot again. This is my 80-pound baby shepherd who just hurt my foot again. Okay, stop. So I did wind up getting this. This was my special edition of that book. And then I have like an hour left of Roll for Love. I'll probably honestly finish it tomorrow. So I'll give you guys a wrap up in that video. But I am liking it. It's a fun, quick read. Very, very slice of life. Very, very D&D with light fantasy elements. So I am... What? And then I did wind up getting up to page 164 in Late Night Witches, which is a very, very light, like, paranormal story about a character that is a witch, and she has to basically take down the vampires, and she has to team up with her assorted family members and a very, very cute next door neighbor with a baby to kind of solve the problems. And that is where we are. Oh my goodness, come on. Oh, yeah, I want to hear. I know. It's okay. But it's you. So that's the plan. I'm going to wrap up this vlog so I can start a 3-day reading vlog to kind of reorganize my life and just kind of get myself back on track, which I don't feel like I have been. This one has just been very, like, yes, stressful. I'll say that. It's been a stressful 2 weeks with Comic-Con and all the changes at work and then the unchanges at work. So I'm going to kind of take this weekend and just rest and recover and hopefully come back with Tuesday with a lot more energy. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm going to go put my dog outside, go get ready to film, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, foot friends.